So can I start? Yeah. I'm Reena Mohanty. I work for Women with Disabilities. And I would like to say that the bill which is supposed to be based on the UNCRPD which India has signed and ratified. I agree that under some sections there is mention of women with disabilities, but there is an obvious failure to adopt the twin track approach. And it is seen that history is being repeated here. Like in the 1995, the women with disabilities were not mentioned, and now 50% of the women's population, that includes the girls with disability, is completely missing in reference to this new bill. And like only if you see the article, there is a certain part in written mention in section 3(2). This appropriate government should take special measures to protect the rights of women and children with disabilities. Again, I would like to say that the children, no acknowledgement of other rights have been included. They have not been included. Children. Now, I will say about the women with disability thing, and then I will say about the children's point, because I don't want to interlink to both of them. Yeah. So, like if you see that if you have a closer look at the bill, there is the reservation, they are only taking about the reservation of poverty alleviation schemes. There is no mention of designing schemes and programs responsive towards protecting the rights of women with disabilities. Then in Article 9, there is a direction. Right of women and girls with disability. Here I am mentioning that also the children to be protected against all form of abuse, violence and exploitation. It has been diluted, thus overlooking women's needs and made it welfare-centric, which goes against the CRPD. Then gendering. The rest of the articles have been gendered, but Article 11, right of women with disability to home and family, has been gendered when it is specifically concerns of women's issue. Then they have taken the woman as a burden. In Article 23(5), Chapter 5, Social Security aspect lays burden of the child caring on mother alone. Also, like in the Bill 2011, we had separate section for women with disabilities, children with disabilities, and then education of women and children with disability. But this bill does not have any of these sections included. Then if you see to the women are the most illiterate, especially women with disabilities are the most illiterate. If in education a section is not put in for women with disabilities, they will be again left out. Skill development, employment also should include a part for women with disabilities. Then in the health sector, there is a lot of that. The reproductive rights in general is an important component of women's rights, which is missing. Especially forced sterilization. Here the women are not taken into, their consent is not taken if they are sterilized. So there should be mentioned. Moreover, the disability bill in present form does nothing to address discrimination and incapacity provision in other laws in force in India. Then to provide meaningful empowerment and full participation to women and girls with disability is essential to look at all the laws including disability, specifically legislation and bills with reference to their needs and requirements through disability specification and age appropriate. Then for now go to the children's part, the UNCRPD states that the state parties shall take all necessary measures to ensure the full enjoyment by the children with disabilities of all human rights and fundamental freedom on an equal basis with other children. The bill does not respect this for fitting it partially with Section 3.2 as discussed above. The UNCRPD ensures that in all actions concerning children with disabilities, the best interest of the child shall be a primary consideration. A reintegration of Article 3 of Convention on the Rights of the Child. The best interest of the child test is only limited to Section 8, which states that no child with disability shall be separated from his or her parents on the ground of disability, except on an order of competent court, if required.
Veena, please, I request you not to read out the CRPD, just highlight the issue.
Okay.
Otherwise, you could run out of time.
Okay. The best is that certain things are there for the children with disability, but most of it is missing for them. They don't have, here it's not also, they can't express their views and rights. It's not there in the new law. And however, the bill has at every stage, be it a matter of custody or education, the child is never required to be consulted at all. The last thing I would like to say that if the core section on women with disability and children with disability, if they are missing, unless it is specifically mentioned in the bill, then the women and children will be left out at all policy programs, which is especially the budgeting part. Basically, I would like to say, and my request is that I would like that there should be a separate section for women with disability and children with disability as per the 2011 Act.
Your recommendation is adopt
The 2011 Act
on women and
children.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Kubu. I'm from Calcutta and I work with the Association for Women with Disabilities in West Bengal in some districts. I think Veena has covered all this. The issues are that if you look into the 2011 drafting, when we did a lot of exercise in all the states, because there happened the states consultations also, and it was a really good exercise when we came up with the specific provision, particularly the areas for the advancement and growth of the women and children has to be looked upon, where all this included very specifically into the 2011 drafting, and which was at par with the CRPD, because you all know now that the CRPD is based on that equality between men and women. Then gender thing is all there in CRPD, so I'm not going to repeat that. But unfortunately, when the NAC draft came, 2013, I guess, 12, yeah. Then we were even, some of us participated in a NAC consultation also. We were called and then we were discussed. And then the version came. I think you have seen this 11 draft, 2011, where we have pretty like 6 pages for including all the needs of all the areas to make this bill a really gender, sensitive or gender equal bill. It was really pretty done, well done. And then when the NAC version came, you saw it's just 2 clauses came, saying that women and children have to do this and that. Just two things. When we were really angry, those who were working with women and with disabilities very focusedly on gender and disability issues. First of all, it was a long fight to get gender perspective into disability, because people were in their mind that there is no issue of gender within disability, because every disabled people face discriminations, which was proven very wrong when CRPD came. So the NAC version really, put a blow on us, the women and activists, disabled women activists, seeing the result in the NAC on one paragraph, not even one paragraph, only 3-4 lines. And then when this cabinet one comes, it has completely chucked out the section. So we again, back to the zero, we don't exist anymore in the new bill. Well, you can say that there are in some sections I have seen it is written these are hard, and those things are there. But as you know, for the ages, if it was so easy, then we would not have CEDAW. You know, it came much before CRPD came. The CEDAW came to protect the rights of the women, because we all know that women are in discrimination and they face real discrimination in all spheres of life. So there is a need, and gender is a worldwide issue. We just cannot ignore. So it is very unfortunate how the cabinet bill could ignore the entire section, chucking it out of their draft. That is one point. I think the new, what I would really like, that the new cabinet one should include all the clauses what was there in the 2011 one. They should take it, because it's 4 major areas of concern, which includes other areas also. It's education, employment, safety, protection, and social security. That's all you know, that which really encompasses all the issues has to be looked into for the advancement of the women with disabilities. Safety and protection and social security would cover, safety protection would cover that, I hope this. So that has to be, if, as we had a very we had a debate just a while ago like that, we cannot rewrite this bill, but this cannot be done away with, we cannot do it, we cannot finalize this, or the recommendations cannot be completed unless we include the women and children's issues once again into this cabinet one. Whatever is there is nothing about that, and we know that unless we specify it, having a specific provision is not going to happen. The integration or the genderization of the bill is not going to happen automatically, which we always feel that it will happen automatically. Everything what is being done will be done for men and women both. It will not happen like that. So we need specific clause, and it is better if we can have the entire thing what we had in 2011. But if not, then we have to think, and we have to really draft it well, which under 3-4 sections, the important one, education, employment, safety, protection, and social security, which can encompasses all the areas which are needed for women and children with disabilities. That's all I have to say. I think the people here, audience, will give their comments, and then we can come back again to discuss this. Yes.
Thank you very much. Respected Coordinator of AIDA, Rajiv ji, Pincha sir, Mittal sir, dignitaries on the dais and sitting in the hall. Women and children form the more vulnerable part of our society. Most sensitive issue. They have special needs and require excessive care. Moreover, women and children with disabilities need intensive care and help for even their basic needs. जब हम बात करते हैं कि आरपीडी बिल में एक अलग सेक्शन होना चाहिए विमेन को लेकर, चिल्ड्रन को लेकर, और जैसा कि मेरी पहली वक्ता ने कहा कि ये तो हर तरह की बात खत्म नहीं होती। हमारी जो सोसाइटी है वो बहुत सारे पूर्वाग्रहों, रूढ़ियों और इस तरह की मान्यताओं से बंधी हुई है कि वहाँ पर एक वुमेन को फ्री करने के लिए, बैरियर फ्री करने के लिए हर तरह की प्रोटेक्शन की जरूरत पड़ती है। और इस बिल में जिनका जिक्र रीना जी कर चुकी हैं उसकी मैं नहीं करूँगी, लेकिन सेक्शन 2J जो हाई सपोर्ट की बात करता है कि शुड बी ग्रांटेड ऑल काइंड ऑफ सपोर्ट, एंड सेक्शन 15 जो एजुकेशनल ड्यूटीज की बात करता है उसके बारे में मैं कहना चाहूंगी कि इसमें भी स्पेसिफिकली
विमेंस को लेकर प्रोविजन होना चाहिए। और सेक्शन 53 इसमें भी UNCRPD के अकॉर्डिंग प्रोविजन होना चाहिए, यानी 2011 और UNCRPD के जो प्रॉपर्टीज राइट्स हैं, जो विमेन के लिए बैरियर फ्री सोसाइटी की जो मांग है, उनको इसमें इंक्लूड करना चाहिए। ये मैं सजेशन देना चाहती हूँ। Just I want to put forward one thing, that in the entire bill, I mean, I know there are very good, what you call, people's comments on persons with disability, which start with, kind of do away with the gender issue in disability. That's a very dangerous thing, and we need to come back to make it a very gender sensitive bill. UNCRPD के अकॉर्डिंग,
Which is the section you're talking about?
15, yeah, occupational duties. Occupational duties. Yeah, that is 15.
I think you are saying 15 of this bill.
15 of this article.
Educational institution. Yeah, that 3 is reasonable accommodation.
Yeah.
So I think if we have understood correctly, the broader recommendation is that we must adopt and include the provisions or sections relating to women and children with disability as contained in 2011 draft, and try to further strengthen by taking into account the special needs of women with disabilities in the areas of education, employment, skill development, and health, reproductive rights. So 106F has also to be flagged, because that was one of the part of our representation. And Amba will come back on this 106F. Implications of it. But before that, let's hear from the House. Is that the general consensus? And I would request our male colleagues not to make interventions. Let our sisters make the interventions, and let them decide for themselves what they want. We will go by their advice and decision. We have to be gender sensitive. Then only we can make the government gender sensitive.
सर, यहाँ पे हमारे बीच में विकलांग मंच से काफी विकलांग महिलाएं आई हुई हैं। आप लोगों के कुछ मुद्दे हैं जो आप सामने रखना चाहेंगे?
अच्छी बात है, वो रूरल एरिया से भी कुछ लोग हैं शायद।
जी सर नमस्कार, मैं वैष्णवी विकलांग बिहार से। महिलाओं के मुद्दे तो हैं और बहुत पेचीदे मुद्दे हैं, जैसा कि अभी मैडम ने कहा, प्रोटेक्शन, विमेंस को प्रोटेक्शन, कई अधिकार कानून बने हुए हैं विमेंस के लिए, लेकिन विकलांग लड़कियां जो एजुकेशन के लिए जाती हैं उनके साथ, और एजुकेशन ही नहीं, सबसे पहले तो उनके समाज में, वो घर से निकलती है, घर में ही प्रॉब्लम है, घर से बाहर निकलती हैं तो समाज में उनके साथ बहुत सारे दुर्व्यवहार होते हैं। कमेंट्स और गालियों की बात तो नहीं करें, लेकिन उनके साथ अगर कोई अभद्र व्यवहार भी हो जाता है, उसके लिए प्रोटेक्शन की जो जरूरत है, क्या हो सकता है, वो कैसे न्याय पा सकती हैं। और ज्यादातर तो डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस के शिकार जो विमेंस होती है, जो डिसेबल विमेंस, उनके लिए क्या हो सकता है, ये मैं जानना चाहूंगी कि उनके लिए क्या किया जा सकता है। क्योंकि मैंने कई केसेस ऐसे देखे हैं जो घर में ही हिंसा की शिकार है, बाद में तो बाहर निकलने की बात करें तो बहुत सारे ऐसे केसेस हैं। तो और खास करके उनके साथ जो बलात्कार के केस होते हैं, वैसे केस को दाबना मजबूरी हो जाती है, क्योंकि वो केस लड़ नहीं सकती हैं। तो बहुत सारी बात है, उनके प्रोटेक्शन की, उनके सामाजिक सुरक्षा की बात है। तो विमेंस के ऊपर ध्यान देना बहुत जरूरत है कि उनको कैसे प्रोटेक्शन मिल सकता है, इस बिल में कैसे उसको इंक्लूड किया जा सकता है। और इतना ही नहीं कि केवल एजुकेशन, एक ट्रेन के डिब्बे में की बात कहें, ट्रेन में बात कहें, या उनके एजुकेशन की बात कहें या उनके घर की बात कहें, घर की बात कौन जान पाएगा और घर में उनके साथ जो होता है इंसाफ उसको कौन रोक पाएगा, वो डिसेबल वीमेंस के साथ।
I feel that will have working and overlook the track of particularly violence,
Yes, yes.
If I understood correctly, then Jija raised the issue of Twitter approach in relation to violence, combating violence against women with disabilities, right?
Yeah.
Jija? Yep.
Yes. Anshi everyone, that is. My concern is that it's not only just missing out completely in the draft bill, but also there are certain attitude is there. Violence has been already talked about. There's also social protection, which is completely missing in terms of, again, if we are saying that the women who have undergone any kind of violence and they need to be rehabilitated, there are no such, linking it with accessibility also, there's no such clause or section that talks about how they can be rehabilitated and how the repressal of the grievances will be undertaken. That's completely missing out. And second thing is about the health. When we're talking about the women, especially with women who are disabled and then women with psychosocial disability. So multiple forms of discrimination. We are not talking about the kind of consent and intervention that has to go as per the individual requirements.
मैडम मैं क्षमा चाहूंगी, एक लाइन और मेरा छूट गया था, वो बोलना चाह रही थी।
मेरा रिकमेंडेशन ये था कि एक तो विमेन विद डिसेबिलिटीज, हाँ जी, उसको स्पेशली जब हम लोग डाल रहे हैं आपके डेफिनेशंस में, इसके बाद जहाँ पर हेल्थ का क्लॉज आ रहा है वहाँ स्पेसिफिक मेंशन हो विमेन विद साइकोसोशल डिसेबिलिटीज का और उनकी इंडिविजुअल रिक्वायरमेंट लुकिंग एट their rights from that perspective.
So consent should be judged on the basis of their individual requirement.
Absolutely, sir.
मैडम ये हमारे यहाँ पूरा तो मैं नहीं जानती, लेकिन हमारे यहाँ समाज कल्याण विभाग है जैसे बिहार में, तो उसमें कुछ ऐसे नियम बनाए गए विकलांग लड़कियों के लिए। आपको बालिका रक्षा गृह करके विकलांग लड़कियों के लिए स्पेशल निशांत उसका नाम है, निशांत बालिका गृह। मुझे एक केस मिला मुखबरी लड़की का, उसका तो खुद घर से प्रताड़ित थी, तो ऐसे स्थिति में उसको जब मैं वहां रखने की बात की तो उसका उम्र खुद उसको मालूम नहीं था, मुखबरी थी, वो बता नहीं पा रही थी या जो भी हो। मैंने उसको रखने के लिए सुबह से शाम तक जद्दोजहद किया, शाम हो गई, तो वो वहाँ क्या नियम है 18 वर्ष से ऊपर की अगर लड़की है तो उस गृह में नहीं रखेंगे। और उसके बाद की बात यह है कि उसके साथ क्या हुआ है घटना, वो किसी हिंसा की शिकार तो थी ही, उसके साथ बहुत प्रॉब्लम था, और उसको रखने की जब बात आती है तो कोई तैयार नहीं होता है। लेकिन मैंने उस दिन लड़ाई ये किया था उस बीच में कि अगर वो विकलांग है और आप कह रहे विकलांग के लिए रक्षा गृह बनाया गया है, उसकी उम्र के कारण वो रात में रोड पे तो नहीं रुक सकती है, तो काफी मेरे साथ प्रॉब्लम आया था। मैंने उसको लड़के एक रात के लिए वहां रुकवाया, फिर बाद में प्रोसेस में उसको कहाँ भेजा गया, दूसरी जगह भेजा गया, फिर उसके साथ जो न्याय होना था हुआ। तो मेरा ये कहना है कि कुछ विकलांग लड़कियों के लिए स्पेशल अगर ऐसी घटना हो रही है तो उसको सोचने की जरूरत है कि उसको इस उलझन में न डालकर उसको तुरंत प्रोटेक्शन दिया जाए, तुरंत का तुरंत, और ये सब जो क्राइटेरिया उसमें बांध दिया जाता है। इस चलते तो फिर वो बोल ही नहीं पाती, अपने साथ हुए दुर्व्यवहार को छिपाना पड़ता है उसको मजबूरन कि मैं और बेइज्जत होकर रोड पे आना पड़ जाएगा। और दूसरी बात है ज्यादातर ये जो कार्य क्षेत्र में लड़कियों के साथ में विकलांग साथ में जो प्रॉब्लम आते हैं वो कार्य क्षेत्र में जो हिंसा की शिकार होती हैं, तो कार्य क्षेत्र में वर्किंग वुमेन, तो उस अवस्था में वो घर से जब निकलती है लड़कर, तो घर में लौटने के भी उनके कोई स्पेस नहीं रह जाता है कि वो घर पे लौट पाएंगी। तो उस स्थिति में उनको खास करके एक ऐसा होना चाहिए, उनको इतना प्रोटेक्शन और एक मदद मिले जिससे वो हिम्मत से अपनी बातों को रखते हुए आगे बढ़े, तब कोई विकलांग लड़की आगे तक पहुंच पाएगी, वरना कभी आगे नहीं आ पाएगी।
अच्छा, can I say something? बहन फ्रॉम योर फ्रॉम कहाँ से आई? बिहार से। हम जो पहले जो स्टार्ट किए थे, सॉरी कि हमारा बात तब इंग्लिश अंग्रेजी में कह रहे, यही बात हम बोलना चाह रहे हैं। हम तीनों ने जो बताए कि जो सीआरपीडी के बाद जो 2011 में जो बिल को ड्राफ्ट किया था पहली बार पूरा देश में डिसेबिलिटी एक्टिविस्ट एंड अदर्स मिलके, उसमें काफी अच्छी तरह से डिसेबल विमेन के लिए और चिल्ड्रन के लिए क्या क्या स्पेसिफिक चीज होना चाहिए उसके बारे में पूरा लिखा गया था। ठीक है, उनका सामाजिक सुरक्षा बोलो, उसका एजुकेशन बोलो, एम्प्लॉयमेंट बोलो, हेल्थ, वो सारा चीज लिखा गया था। अभी हम लोग यहाँ पे जो रेस किए हैं, इशू को जो छेड़े हैं कि उसके बाद जो एक ड्राफ्ट आया था नैक के द्वारा, उसमें वो सबको छांट के फेंक दिया और सिर्फ 3 लाइन लिख के भेज दिया कि हाँ ये वुमेन एंड चिल्ड्रन के लिए ये होना चाहिए। तो और अब जो बिल आया जिसके ऊपर हम लोग अभी बात कर रहे हैं, कैबिनेट के जो बिल आया है, उनमें बिल्कुल सबको छांट के फेंक दिया है, वो 3 लाइन भी नहीं दिया है। ठीक है, और कुछ प्रोविजन में वो भी सब जगह नहीं है, क्वेश्चन लगा आई सी दैट, और कुछ जगह में लिख दिया है कि उनका और उनका मतलब लड़की या लड़का दोनों ऑब्लिक करके जो बताते जाते हैं, वैसा कुछ प्रोविजंस पे डाला गया है। और इसीलिए जब हमने शुरू किया ये सेशन, तभी बोला कि जो ये ऐसा ऑटोमेटिक नहीं होने वाला है, specific, I would even not say special because I don't think anything special, it's very specific need of children and women with disabilities, जिसको हमारे विचार से, खास करके मेरे विचार से 2011 के ड्राफ्ट में जो चीज था वो काफी था, but I'm just missing Anjali, is there was a property right included in the 2011 one? I guess it was. Yeah, because I'm not one. So जो भी है तो उसको रखा दिया जाए और फिर से उसको दोबारा ये कैबिनेट का जो ड्राफ्ट आया है उसमें से जो छांट दे उसमें ला सकता है। और जो स्पेसिफिक नीड है उसमें वो प्रोटेक्शन, वायलेंस, जीजा ने अभी बताया वायलेंस, और मैंने सेफ्टी एंड प्रोटेक्शन के अंडर में वायलेंस को बोला था, और ये बहुत जरूरी है। उसको छोड़ के हम ये कैबिनेट बिल को कभी भी रिकमेंड नहीं कर सकते हैं।
Under the section for the informed consent for medical procedures, it only talks about the infertility issues of women with disabilities, which is extremely polarized. And any woman with disability must be consulted on any of the medical procedures. And it's extremely patriarchal on that point. And the research committee, ethics committee for granting the research, giving permission, must have women with disabilities included in it, and the disabled people must be in majority. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. Am I? See. Hello. Hello.
No, but Pawan Gupta, then
Ma'am, my name is Murad Ali, Vice President National Federation of the Blind, Northeast Development Federal Party. हम ये अभी बिहार से बहन से एक सहमत हो, उसमें आई थिंक जो एज रेस्ट्रिक्शन है
नहीं, listen, no, please let us observe some accepted rules. As I said, women